In 2020, the world changed. The last 2 years have been unlike anything we have ever faced as a profession. Integrative nursing is a way of being, doing, and knowing that advances a whole health perspective to optimize well-being. In the next moments, you will see, hear, and feel real-world vignettes from integrative nurses around the globe. This is Integrative Nursing.
Who could have imagined the last time we gathered what was ahead of us? Pandemic complicated by disinformation that has caused so much harm on so many levels. During this time, my focus has been on new nurses as well as nursing students and their transition into professional practice. Many wondering why they chose this path and whether they are willing and able to stick with it has presented many challenges. Integrative Nursing Principle number 6 focuses on the health and well-being of caregivers as well as those they serve. These are interesting times to go back to the principles and test these concepts. One of the things we have done is to begin many of our classes with a practice of breathing exercises, incorporating brief guided imagery to develop the habit of becoming mindfully present, to calm the internal chaos as best we can, as well as creating intention. Feedback from those who have taken the practice forward state that having this calming skill is a helpful tool, even if they only have a few seconds to call back the practice and cool down the sympathetic anxiety they are experiencing so that they may be more fully present for their patients as well as their own well-being.
Over the last few years during the pandemic, my daughters and I took advantage of the free time to become certified in many new modalities. A few of us became yoga certified, meditation guides, and also Reiki. During this time, we also made time to enjoy our family and to practice self-care with each other. And that really made it much easier for us to put into practice what we were now going to be able to teach and to also have some fun.
Hi, I'm Johanna Gaskins. I just want to share a little bit about what it has taken for me as a nurse practitioner practicing integrative health and healing during a time of a pandemic, social unrest, disinformation, and so many other challenges that we face as human beings. I always consider it the human condition. And just having a mindset that this is the human condition. This is the best we have right now. I've been wondering when we would as a collective do better, but I'm starting to accept that some of us are doing the best we can. I have had to do a great deal of self-care just because sometimes you just get a little bit, more than a little bit, a lot frustrated. The integrative nursing principles, besides number 6, the one I connect with in so many levels that keeps me grounded, I also accept that integrative nursing is person-centered and relationship-based. And I've prided myself on going out and creating those relationships. Maybe, I've had some difficult patients. I've had some difficult situations. I've had some difficult times. But building relationship and building trust and showing love and care, I feel has really changed a few hearts out there. Maybe not all of them that I've interacted with, but many of them. And for those, I am grateful.
Hello, my name is Carmen Victores. I was born in Venezuela. I am 26 years old. I studied at 3 different universities, Venezuela, Argentina, and Ecuador. I am now finishing my studies as a nurse. I have many experience around Latin America. Self-care was very important to me because it helped me maintain the healthcare of many people during the COVID emergency. It made me grow as an integrative person within my community, generate physical, emotional, and monetary stability for me. I hope we can all support each other on self-care as I did. Thanks to nursing, I am who I am. My dream is to do self-care at pediatric level and elderly care in low-income communities. So that's why I'm very happy to be part of this.
Having the knowledge and the tools of integrative nursing, of integrative therapies, and concepts of caring is really what helped me to maintain my connection to my work as a nurse during the pandemic. Feeling overwhelmed by this amount of suffering that I was witnessing as a traveling COVID ICU nurse made it really difficult to feel any sense of purpose in the many life-saving measures that we were constantly doing, that were constantly taking place. The spirit of the places and the conditions that we were working within were completely depleted. Being able to just lay my hands on a patient or guide them through a breathing exercise in order to reduce anxiety, or using a style of communication that made them feel really heard and cared for, that meant everything to me as a nurse during that time, and continues to mean everything to me as a nurse. The patient was so excited to learn some self-Reiki techniques and set a plan for turning to this in the mornings and the evenings and stayed true to it. And unlike many other patients during this time, this person actually did avoid reintubation and appeared to have this new and rejuvenated sense of spirit each day. And they did end up improving and moving out of the ICU. And I would say, as a nurse, through that experience, I did gain a new and rejuvenated sense of spirit as well, and ongoing connection to the work that I was doing.
Nurses from around the globe used a full range of conventional and integrative approaches to best support innate healing with their patients and their families.
There are few things more unbalancing than when your parents' health is threatened in a significant way. But life is an unpredictable adventure that gives us opportunities to discover more about ourselves and others. My mom was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2021 and chose to follow the recommended protocol of chemotherapy followed by radiation. So, being a holistic integrative nurse, I took it upon myself to offer supportive treatments with a variety of therapeutic interventions. Understanding the interconnectedness of mind, body, spirit, and emotions, remedies included herbal teas for the immune system and GI regulation, acupressure for fatigue and sleep, moxa for neuropathic symptoms and side effects, and essential oils, plant medicine, and homeopathic remedies for management of various other discomforts. I also connected her with a curandero, a traditional healer, for a plática, which is a heart-centered therapeutic counseling of sorts. Also for a limpia, which is a type of energetic cleansing. These are all common practices in traditional Mexican medicine. And to my surprise and delight, my mom was open to it all and participated eagerly, most of the time. My biggest takeaway from this ongoing experience in supporting the healing journey of another, however, has nothing to do with modalities, remedies, or treatments. But it does have everything to do with the invaluable power of deep presence and relationship. As the outsider wanting to understand and ease my mom's experiences with cancer recovery, I had to much more intentionally offer myself to her, to call more often, encourage her to share, listen to her repeated stories, ask open-ended questions instead of just rushing in to give advice. And the biggest thing was to say nothing, which allowed her space to fill the silence or not.
Every person with cancer told me that rapport was essential to their healing, and every nurse told me that having a sense of connection with their patients made their work fulfilling. Cultivating connection in nursing practice not only supports relationship-based care, but it also creates a healing environment that is beneficial to the patient and the nurse. So keep connecting with your patients because it's the key to your own resilience and joy.
All right, hi, I'm Rocio. I work here at UCI Medical Center. I'm in the unit H44. We started with our integrative nursing campaign here in March of last year. It's been a great asset here for everyone, for the nurses, the patients. It's been a great opportunity to bond with our patients and show them other therapies that are available for them. And it's been a enjoyable learning experience for everyone.
Hello everyone, my name is Ranvik. I'm a cancer nurse specialist at the National Hospital in Iceland. I'm also a mindfulness teacher and use the mindfulness methods in my work as a part of my integrative nursing. I've been offering mindfulness courses in a rehabilitation center for cancer patients. I've also had the opportunity to introduce mindfulness for my colleagues and newly graduated nurses at the hospital. An important part of mindfulness teaching is about nurturing attitudes, for example, kindness to yourself and self-compassion. In the COVID-19 pandemic, cancer patients have been more isolated than before, got less support, not been able to meet family and friends and support groups in person. In the mindfulness course I give, the cancer patients talk about how thankful and happy they are to get to know a holistic method like mindfulness. They have planted a seed and start to help it grow as a self-skill into their future. It's an aha moment for some people to realize how they can always use the breath or even sounds to be more here and now in this moment, and at the same time stay calmer and be more proactive. They feel they are empowered, they take more control and develop better skills and kinder attitudes to themselves and others despite their difficult situation. I think that in this fast-moving and often crazy world we're living in, there will be more and more need for integrative holistic therapies. Love and peace from Iceland.
Now more than ever, the world needs integrative nursing.
At the emergence of this pandemic, we were the first mass testing site in our county of over 3 million people. In the beginning, 600 plus cars filled with uncertainty and fear would line up at our parking lot clinic. Car windows rolled down 1/4 of an inch, just enough to hear the dad crying while he held the hand of his sick daughter. Just enough to whisper your results are positive to a healthcare worker who lives in her garage so she can still see patients and keep her family safe. Just enough to hear the racist profanities directed at a volunteer. Just enough to play peekaboo with the little boy who doesn't understand why he can't get out of the car. Just enough at a time when we had no idea what enough was. We were tired and days got longer and harder. However, consciously or subconsciously, the principles of integrative nursing carried me forward. They've really become a part of who I am. One morning, all the volunteers and relief workers gathered in the trailer. We brought our attention to our why. Why did we arrive at an empty parking lot, ready to serve our community only 1 month before? Why did we keep showing up every morning? Why do we do what we do? Hope, community, our families, awareness, inspiration, and action were some of the themes. We entered that day with gratitude and a remembered sense of purpose. In a time of uncertainty, one thing was certain. Our team had become a family, and we, the carers, needed a space for nourishment and care as well. And this is integrative nursing. Integrative nursing is relationship-based and focuses on the health and well-being of caregivers as well as those they serve. Integrative nursing nurtures compassionate healing for self and others. Now, more than ever, we need integrative nursing.